Right, so hello everyone, welcome back for another live trading session. So the US market just opened 12 minutes ago. We'll have a look at what we have had happen. We'll have a look at S&P 500, Bitcoin, and Alright, US market open, drop and then push. Gold. Not too much movement. Push, drop and push again. We have failed to make a higher high. Obviously closing price that is. So we could now be on the way for the downside. You can see we've been very bullish all night, all night long. So from 12 o'clock yesterday, you can see very bullish. Continuation. So we could revisit that area. Wow. That is something. That is something. Okay. This is what we had for yesterday. This is literally what we discussed in yesterday's session. About what we are seeing, what we've got going on, and so on. For now, we don't really have too much, but as you guys can see, we have really broke outside of that range. Which is very questionable. So we've surpassed all these highs. This high, and now we are coming up to this high in the upside. So we may actually get that move that you guys mentioned yesterday around, what is it, 4,400, and then we see the drop. So my next area of kind of next area in question would probably be that top side. Yes, the next area in question was gonna be this level here. Could we see a move for the downside from there? Right, we've got a signal for now. We could have a look at that. It's an inner short position. So we'll have a look. Uh, 913, 911, 913. That's at the top end. So we'll go all in on that. TP, we're looking at 0.087874. Stop loss. Alright, we are in for that position right now. I can't see anything. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, we could get cooked from this trade, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not looking to come for this upside though. I believe we will see most likely that downside continuation. Yeah, big push right now. I mean, S&P 500 has been bullish since yesterday as well. Look at that. We had some consolidation here. This was Wednesday. Wednesday market open. Drop slightly. Consolidation. And then a push. Last week, I think that was. Yeah, that was last week. So Monday, this was Tuesday's market open. This was Friday. I mean, every single market open, we've had a bullish move. You can see bullish here. A bit of a drop here, but then we were eventually bullish. Very bullish in yesterday's, Monday's, yesterday's as well. Look at that. This was Monday's. Big push. Yesterday's big push. Today, we might get a big push as well, but we'll see. We'll see. Right, what we're looking like for ETF flows. 211. So sentiment does look a little bit more on the positive side. Does look a little bit more on the positive side. Right, we'll look at the structure for Bitcoin. See what we've got going on. But yeah, we've reached into that zone. You can see right there. Now there is a zone above as well at 65k. We've swept for the downside 70k. I'll be looking at a 12-hour time frame. 63,790, 63,800. So 63,800 to 63,700 is where we do have some liquidity laid. Now we may see some movement at that level. You can see how much movement we had for this upside. So overnight we were kind of, consolidating. We came up for that sweep, and then I believe we swept it around here. I mean, it could have been even in this area here. So realistically, right now, I'd be looking for the downside to come in for a healthy reset towards that level of around 61k. So right now we could obviously get a breakout. We could even, start moving even higher, maybe testing up towards 65k, then potentially 66 and 67k as well. But right now, not too much movement. I was expecting a lot more movement wise, but I'm not getting it. So this is what I was expecting to see. You can see obviously we had the movement from both of those levels, and then I would have expected the downside, but that's not what we got at all. It's not what we got at all. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish candles there of movement. 4 bullish candles of movement. So I believe we have a 4-hour fair value gap right there. We could maybe come in and highlight that as a possible retest zone. Right, we'll get rid of them. Obviously we had the liquidity there in the upside. Now what I'm looking for would be a possible retest into this zone and then a continuation, but I don't know, we'll see. You can see there's been a lot of volume in this zone, a lot of volume. Yeah, I mean the price movement has been crazy. So you guys can see this is actually where I was looking to come into this, come in for this trade. Was looking at this zone. Obviously that's pretty much that zone there. And well, yeah, we didn't really get it. We did not really get it. So it's between what was that price again? So that price was around 4,111 to 4,114. That was kind of the area we was looking to come within. But yeah, we didn't get any movement at all. Iran and Oman propose a reopening of Strait of Hormuz with toll-free transit for the ships for 60 days if approved. Alright, we'll have a look news-wise what we got. So Trump says Iran talks going well as hopes rise for Hormuz deal. But the thing is, I don't think that's gonna be imminent again. Like last time we've seen all these talks, we've seen all these, you know, kind of peace deals happening, but then at the end of the day, nothing even gets done. Or there's like a new, I mean, or it gets done, and then a couple of days go by, and there's a new problem. Like a new breach, new conflict, some kind of rule breaking going on, but I don't know. Right guys, I'm gonna have to go. I'll be back in a second because my eyes I can't see anything. So apologies for that, guys. I literally got something in my eye and I had to go wash it out because I couldn't see anything. Alright. What we got going on? Nothing much, nothing much. Alright, what we got? SpaceX reports $540 million Bitcoin loss. Although Space Exploration Technologies Corp crushed Wall Street's expectations in its debut quarter earnings report, SpaceX reported a loss of nearly $540 million on its Bitcoin position. SpaceX saw its Bitcoin trove record a loss of $539 million from $1.637 billion. Now, on December 31st, 2025 to $1 billion at the end of the second quarter of 2026. According to filing with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, as such, the company's Bitcoin value fell 32.9% during the first half of 2026. So they actually put in a massive position for Bitcoin? I didn't even know that. Okay, interesting. Clarity Act on delay. Yeah, I mean, Clarity Act has been, it's been delayed for, I don't even know how long now. It's been crazy. Honestly, the Clarity Act has been delayed for so long right now. US Clarity Act is highly likely to clear the Senate before the summer recess, or even during 2026, while warning that a possible Federal Reserve rate could increase near-term pressure of XRP, XLM, and HBAR. No sales in August. Bitcoin ETFs by a big 153 million inflows, while no sales in August. Bitcoin ETFs have not sold any holdings in August, signaling strong institutional confidence. Yeah, I mean, every single day so far we have had institutional inflow coming back into the market. It's been pretty positive. Not a single ETF sold Bitcoin yesterday. BlackRock bought 111 million, Fidelity bought 33 million, and Franklin Templeton bought 9 million. The ETFs haven't sold Bitcoin in August at all. I mean, we are only 5 days in. 5 days in. And obviously, 3 of those days are obviously weekdays. So, I mean, I don't know. Saturday, Sunday is not going to be that effective, I don't think. What's this? Arkham Codex. Let's have a look at that. We crashed. So I think they're all the holders of Bitcoin. Binance, 6 addresses, current balance 587 million. Oh no, what is it? Yeah, no, 587,581 Bitcoin. Current USD 37 billion. Why did it just stop? Like, UK government, 2 billion, 36k Bitcoin. Percentage of supply, 0.18%. Why is it just crashed on me again? Okay. Right, our trade's taking a little bit longer than we actually anticipated, but it's okay. Right, what else have we got news-wise? Not too much. I'm not sure how gold is like. Well, it's saying gold is down, even though gold is literally, well, it's literally pumping right now. Alright, what have we got going on? Right, we're going to have to obviously come in for a long position due to obviously signals that we're getting. Bitcoin is attempting to hit that zone again and again and again. You can see I've had many attempts at that level here, 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 here again. Now I would be expecting to see a downside most likely from this area right now. Obviously price coming back below 64k. Now if we have to look at liquidity, yeah, you can see there is a lot more liquidity in the downside. And we have kind of touched upon it in this zone here, but we haven't even, you know, come into that zone. So 63,800, 63,700, 63,740. So that is that zone we want to be clearing right now. And that would obviously give us maybe some more momentum to come in for the upside. Obviously sweeping those positions, sweeping that liquidity could give us that boost we're looking for to come in even higher and push even higher up towards 65k and above. You've still got quite a while to go. Check gold. Yeah, I know gold's absolutely blown up. I don't even know how that's possible. Like gold literally just blew up, and it's still pushing as well. You might be right on what you said yesterday for gold, obviously moving towards that level of 4,400. I mean, it's halfway there. We've only got what this little. Well, I want to say little. There is quite a lot of distance to cover, but still. I was actually pretty surprised at the whole movement. So this right here is actually where we wanted to come into. You see liquidity was here, around 41.11, 41.14. So in this kind of zone here, we would have come in for that downside. But unfortunately, well, I mean, even if we came in from that resistance level, which was obviously right here, then we could have potentially even made some nice profit coming down to like what, 40, 65. Let's have a look. What would have been our profit from that area? .96%, not bad. 0.96%. But still, I mean, it's not what I was looking for. I was looking for a much more deeper move towards the support level, but yeah, this is what we got instead. Very bullish move, very bullish move. Look at that, literally blowing up. I mean, ever since the US market opened, we had a bit of a move to the downside, down again, and then we're still pushing. Where's the next level where it can go down from? Well, the fact that we have obviously cleared all those highs, and then this high, I don't know, I'd expect maybe this area here. Yeah, look at all that liquidity. I feel like we could see that price moving all the way up to that level of 4,400. and then we see a move to the downside. So realistically, I would kind of say this region here where we have that previous kind of support resistance zone. You can see price has got a bit of movement here. So I'm looking to see what movement we get in this zone, and then we can kind of, you know, take a look on what we've got. We could obviously move for the downside from here, potentially return to the 4-hour fair value gap, and then come even higher, you know, coming into this zone that we have at the top. But I don't know. But yeah, obviously we will have buyers protecting this zone. We have a bullish 4-hour fair value gap right there. There was a nice indicator I actually had on earlier on. Let me try and find it maybe. I mean, there was this indicator I actually had on a couple weeks ago, but it kind of shows me all the possible long signals. If I go to favorites, it'll be these two. It shows the supply and demand zones. So you can see supply, demand, long entry. And that would have been a mega trade right there. Let's see if it maybe caught that move from the downside. Yep. Look at that. From all the way from here, we would have caught all that move, that massive move. Let's see what movement we get. Maybe we get a kind of another long entry indicator, and then we could possibly come in for the upside again. So obviously we do have every kind of area where we have these little ball things, these you see these little red dots. This is where a possible high could be forming. So now I'm looking to dip back into this zone of around 4207, 4205, and then continue bullish. But we'll see. Alright, what else we got? The US has removed Iran-related sanctions from the US Treasury's website. What? The move comes amid reports that President Trump is aiming to announce a deal with Iran by the end of this week. Okay. Interesting, interesting.
I think more profoundly and more sadly, the second victim of fraud are the people who benefit from programs that the American people have set up in their generosity and in their kindness of spirit. And those.
Yeah, that's not going to be too important for us. Obviously, President Vance is now holding a fraud task force roundtable with members of Congress. So I don't think that's going to be too influential on you know, what we are doing on crypto in general. Right, anyway. So yeah, Bitcoin is obviously entering those zones again. Everyone who went into short now will probably be liquid. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I wouldn't come in for a short position now at all. Like, I'm still waiting for this top. Market does look very, very bullish. I don't know how we are so bullish for gold. I feel like it's just obviously player-based, market-based. I don't think there's anything kind of pushing the price so high. You know, market-wise, sentiment-wise, everything seems to be a little bit, you know, on the quiet side for now. There doesn't seem to be too much action going on. So yeah, I'm kind of, you know, a little bit skeptical on what you know, all that's about. We'll actually try it. We'll try this thing that we've got right now. If we can maybe use these long entry signals for a possible entry. So yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. I mean, even if we come in for a long here, you can see we had a slight drop. Then we had two more signals, long entry, movement for the upside. We're still obviously above our entry price, still above entry price, and then still above entry price, even higher. You can see higher lows. Okay. I'm looking for an entry to add to my long position. I'll let you know if I find anything. Obviously, if you guys want to trade alongside, feel free to do so. But it's obviously, it's not financial advice. Don't get it, you know, twisted. Don't get it wrong. Well, obviously, I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing, what we are, you know, learning and trading. So I'm gonna change the indicators around because I feel like the pink color, I always get that mixed up with a signal for the downside, isn't like a bearish candle, and then the blues feel more bullish to me, so I kind of get it mixed up. So let me just change that really quick. I will just copy that. Oh wait, was it Control V to paste? Control V. No. I feel like I literally went the hardest route possible to do this. Alright, finally, that looks better. That looks a lot better. shit. That made no difference. Right, I'll have a look at liquidity. I mean, we're still bullish, like we were insanely bullish for gold. It's actually crazy how bullish we actually are today. I feel like I need another screen across here to just make everything a lot easier. So if you just drop a screen, drop a screen, drop a screen. So it's just easy for me to obviously get these charts on. Otherwise I have to keep doing this. Got gold, Bitcoin, what else we need? DXY. We've got gold. What chart is that though? There's not the colours. Gold spot Quanda, that's forex.com. Where is that Quanda? There we go. Yeah, we're still waiting for that bottom. The United States removed select Iranian sanctions, pulling Flybagged airline and 2 IRGC-linked aircraft from the SDN list. Okay, interesting. I mean, this thing is just shit. I'm gonna, if I'd see it. If I were to see it, it's pretty poo. It just freezes again. Like, why? Oh. Why has this one got so many? I don't need Leah Zero, I need Athena. Oh, these colours are getting me mad. Got that Vice City effect. Still no downside. I'd expect a downside for gold for Bitcoin realistically around. Let's have a look. Maybe into this demand zone here at the bottom, right there. I don't know though. I don't know. But that is where I'd expect price to come to. $6,300. I mean, realistically, we want to see the downside. As price has been moving very nicely in this 4-hour time frame, as you can see. And now I've got kind of a strange movement in this upside here. So ideally, what we want to see is some confirmation there. But then at the same time, if we continue, breaking out this structure and then, starting to come up even more bullish, and start clearing these highs, then I feel like we will be a lot more bullish afterwards. And then possibly, I mean, this is a heavy supply zone. Or am I mistaken? Okay. Yeah, so we have a heavy supply zone in the upside. My arm's gone dead. That's actually a level where many traders actually want to do break out of. So coming into kind of this zone of 67k. right there. That's where realistically we want to see price coming to. Market sentiment is looking good, so I don't think we'll have too much of a struggle to, you know, maybe continue to consolidate and then push. Because right now, look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles there of consolidation. So, and that's in a 4-hour time frame. So 4 times 16, sorry, 4 times 6 is what? 6, 12, 18, 24. 6, 12, 18, 24. Yeah, so a whole day of consolidation. You can see a whole day of consolidation in the zone. And I mean, this is the 4-hour resistance level as well. So I feel like we will most likely continue to push. Obviously, market sentiment is okay. Institutional buying is good. And we've had no selling like at all in August so far. So that is obviously a good sign. We are only 5 days into the month though. So, I mean, it's not a lot to go off of, but it does show that institutional inflow is, you know, it's steady, it's there, and we have to take that into consideration. So realistically, what we could see is definitely an attempt for this area here for Bitcoin. That's just looking at it right now, and then, like I said as well, we do have kind of more easing of this whole Iran and US situation. Obviously, we spoke about that a couple, I think it was like 10, 20, 30 minutes ago, about the fact that there could be a deal reached by the end of the week. Yeah, for example, here you can see 6 minutes ago, just in, Trump says US-Iran negotiations are moving very nicely. So that would also add some kind of effect into the whole market as well, and that would obviously make investors feel a bit more calmer and make them put maybe more risk into the market, considering, you know, they have a lot more kind of peace of mind that they could be in a better position to obviously come in for a potential, I don't know, buy from this zone, and, you know, continue to see price pushing to maybe that 67k level. And yeah, like we said, we could see a deal by the end of the week. So obviously we've only got 2 more days. Well, we could see it. We could see it in the weekend. Obviously, we have seen similar things happening before when Trump does like to kind of operate on the weekends as well. So that is obviously another aspect to kind of, you know, like I said, take into consideration again. So there's a lot of things we have to kind of take in and add up, and that would kind of bring us to where we might be heading into possibly next week. So this week, like I said, there is a possibility that we still continue. If we do get some more news on Friday, or even on, like, I don't know, I mean, I'm looking for it to be like tomorrow and then Friday maybe. I don't think it'll be like on the weekends. It's either that or it will get repriced in on Monday. But yeah, we could definitely attempt to come in for this level here on the upside. So between 66,133, 698. So yeah, that is the supply zone that we have in that upside. So if we do have any long positions, obviously I will show you guys what we have. So yeah, currently we don't really have too much going on. I'm thinking for gold we could dip back into this zone and then continue moving more bullish. And ideally, the zone where I'd expect most likely gold to kind of stop moving at would be here, around 400. So that is actually kind of the latest consolidation kind of support zone that we have. So you can see we have supply and demand in this area as well. That's obviously looking in the 1 hour time frame. There is a lot of volume in this zone as well, so we may even get rejected from this level, so 4330. So realistically, if we drop in a level on there, we'll do a fixed volume profile. So from around here. Yeah, you can see there is volume here in this zone. We've pretty much cleared this whole area. So price is now right, what is it? 4231. So price has cleared this whole volume zone. So you can see this whole zone has pretty much been cleared. You can see it's all pretty much just finished, done for. And yeah, pretty much now the next like level we could see price moving to would be this zone here. It looks a bit messy, but it would have been easier if I just dropped a big box on it, I think. So yeah, this whole zone has been cleared now, as you can see. That zone finished, done for, most likely. We could get a retest, possibly to that 4-hour fair value gap. So price could come like this and then continue and then drop. But we'll see what reaction we get in this zone here. If we do get some more, rejections, a heavy move for downside from there, then I think this kind of level that we have at 4,400 would kind of be invalid from that point on. But yeah, the next zone I'm looking for is here. So if we were to stretch that kind of supply and demand zone out, it would line up around 4,340, 4,320-ish. And there is a substantial amount of volume in the zone, so we'll see how we go. But this was a very nice compression zone that we had yesterday. We analysed it very well. You can see supply, demand, resistance to support constantly. You can see support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. And then we had a slight drop from that resistance level into this supply zone, and then what we saw was a big push. Look at that massive push. So yeah, overall market right now for gold is bullish as well. Same for Bitcoin, of course. We'll try and maybe get some longs in if we can. This is just an indicator, we have had some nice signals from it previously, but we haven't actually used it to enter a position just yet. So there is a possibility that we do have the chance to come in for a position based on those indicators themselves, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll test it. Right, what else we got? Forex Factory. I don't think we have anything Forex wise. No, we did on Friday. We had some news on Friday. So for Canadian dollar, two red folders: employment change, unemployment rate, and then for USD, we have average hourly earnings month upon month, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate. Unemployment rate previously was 4.2%, and our forecast is also for 4.2%. Now, non-farm employment change previously was 57k, and then forecast for this time round is 85k. That is already a significant jump, obviously from 57 to 85. And then we have the average hourly earnings month upon month. There is no difference there. Previous was 0.3, forecast is for 0.3 as well. And then for Canadian dollar, employment change, previous was 18.2 and forecast is for 17.8. So, like we say, if you guys don't understand these folders, you can have a look. Obviously, it's not some kind of thing to like laugh about if you don't know something. Of course, everyone is learning. It's a learning day for everyone, every single day, of course. But yeah, if you guys don't understand something on here, you can click it. For example, let's go with what we just clicked on. So we have employment change here. we have all this data. We have a forecast, previous. So forecast is what we are expecting. Previous is our previous data that we received on that given time. So I don't know if it was a month or 2 weeks. I think it was about a month. So every month we get these kind of this data. So employment change, unemployment rate, and so on. So this is what we previously had, 18.2k in data. And then forecast for this time around is 17.8. And then if we click on this little folder, we can actually get kind of an insight on what it means, what it does, what we might expect, and so on. You can get a little, bell thing here. So you press it, and you've got to create an account, and you get notified when you have something coming in news-wise. So it's a very good application to obviously use. But anyway, we go on there, and for example, there we go. Source, Statistics Canada, and then measures, usual effect, frequency. Frequency is released monthly, like I said, every single month. So on the first or second Friday after the month ends. So this is the first Friday of our month, and that would be on the 7th, I think. Yep, 7th. This is vital economic data released shortly after the month ends. The combination of importance and earliness makes for hefty market impacts. So obviously, when these folders are read, they are pretty impactful news. So obviously it tells you everything you pretty much need to know, why traders care. Job creation is an important leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. So this will have a pretty big effect on the economy, as this does kind of show you how employment is going. If we're good on employment or if we're bad on employment. If we've got jobs, we've got no jobs, people, I don't know, want to work, there's no jobs available, there's more jobs available, and so on. So yeah, pretty much usual effect. Actual is greater than forecast. So actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So actual for forecast, so forecast is 17.8. Now previously we had 18.2. Now if we do get 18.2 again this time round with a forecast of 17.8, that would realistically be good for the Canadian dollar. So if we have a look then at TradingView, we type in CAD, Canadian dollar futures, we have a look, and it's non-existent. Right, we'll go CAD. I'm not sure which one it is, I'm not gonna lie. US Canadian dollar. Yeah, USD CAD. USD CAD. So pretty much when let's say tomorrow it's already free. No, Friday. I think it's Friday. Yeah, it should be Friday. Friday we get to 3:30. The data comes out and it's actually 18.2 in this little box section here, and obviously forecast was 17.8. We get more than expected, so like I said, actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So 18.2, I mean, even if it's, I don't know, 20 is still greater, or even if it's, I don't know, 17.9 or 20 or 18. If it's greater, good for obviously the currency. So what we'll most likely see then is good for the currency, bullish. If we see less, so we are expecting, what is it, 17.8, and we receive, I don't know, 16. If we receive 16, most likely see a move for the downside. It'll be most likely like that, or like, yeah, like something like that. I don't think it'll be, you know, like that. It'll most likely be impactful and it will be sharp and strong. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on Friday. And then, what else did we have? Obviously, we've covered what it means, what it does, what we're expecting, and so on. Every single one of them has the same thing. For example, IVE PMI, I have no clue what that is. I've never even seen that. So Ivy School of Business, level of diffusion index based on surveyed purchasing managers. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. Released monthly about 5 days after the month ends. Above 50 indicates industry expansion. Below indicates contraction. Source change series from non-seasonally adjusted to seasonally adjusted as of March 2011. Why traders care? It's a leading indicator of economic health. Businesses react quickly to market conditions, and their purchasing managers hold perhaps the most current and relevant insight into the company's view of the economy. So you can see all of these news sources and all this data is actually very, very important. And then we have consumer credit as well. And I mean, if you guys want to look at it, you can look at everything. You can have a look at obviously what we've seen previously as well. Like there's a lot of things that we have on here. So for example, news. This is most likely the latest news. Iran and Oman negotiators finalized draft Strait of Hormuz deal. So this was an hour ago, I think. Yeah, 1 hour 18 minutes ago. 8 minutes ago, sorry. 18 minutes ago, crude on inventory rose 2.5 million barrels last week. All eyes on the oil market for the next 48 hours, so 90 minutes ago, and that is true. We could see oil market is dumping if we do see some more developments happening around the Strait of Hormuz and Donald Trump and Iran. That's kind of looking into more of a positive aspect. So realistically, if we do get some very nice news that, you know, the whole deal is kind of done, there is no more conflict, everything is over, then yeah, we could definitely be looking at oil prices dumping and overall seeing less fuel putting into our vehicles, which I definitely think these oil prices are affecting everyone, whether it's, I don't know, your family, your friends, yourself. It does take a bit of a toll. Obviously, you see you're paying a lot more when you could be paying a lot less. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously not something that we can control, but obviously it is nicer when you don't have to pay so much for fuel when you are filling up your car. But my friend Bookmap looks for 65,200. Let's have a look. What else we got? US stock all-time highs. Bitcoin close to bear market lows. Close to bear market lows. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is actually not seeing too much movement today. We're kind of still consolidating in this range that we've been, you know, moving in these past couple of weeks. No, all day. Sorry, all day. Oh my god, that move is looking crazy. I wouldn't lie, like that's what I'm thinking as well. We could definitely be looking for the upside on Bitcoin. Obviously, taking into consideration what we've seen market wise, what we're seeing with terms of this, you know, US Iran deal thing. You know, if we're also maybe, you know, looking for a peace deal by the end of the week, like we mentioned earlier, all of these things do have some kind of effect. And well, these market people, these investors, these traders, and people who obviously have insider information are going to know what's going to be happening a lot faster than us. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely to expect a move for the upside, to be fair. So this zone is definitely where I'm looking for Bitcoin to come to. We're not really seeing too much bullish movement. You can see it's kind of still consolidating. Yeah, you can see big consolidation, especially in this zone, big consolidation. So say if we came to this zone here, like for example, like this area here, we could be looking for longs in this zone. But we'll see. We'll maybe drop in a nice support level there if we can find one. We'll go in a 15-minute time frame then. Right, let's have a look. There, here, there as well. I think I've got a decent level there. Yeah, we'll stick with that one, I think. We do have a decent level here as well, but it's not as good. It's not as good. Yeah, I think this one that we've got initially right here is the best one we've got right now. We'll get it in a different color. We'll go yellow or something, just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. As for resistance, it looks like a nice resistance level that we've got in this upside. So initially from this candle here in the downside, well, I mean, we did have these candles moving very nicely. You can see here, here, and then these kind of line up as well. We'll see how they do. Yeah, this one looks nicer. We've got the first initial candle, we have a fake out, then we have another candle that confirms the level here, and then another one that supports it as well. So very nice level indeed. We'll come in and change the color of that as well. So we have support, resistance, and it looks like another kind of wedge pattern that we've got going on. Look at that, we are back into the supply zone there. I mean, every single time we've kind of come into that supply zone, you can see, for example, in this zone, we have come into that supply zone, confirmed on that level there, and then seen the downside. Here again, nearly confirmed the level, but also seen the downside, consolidated, and now we seem to have broken the structure. We might retest a little bit and then continue, but this, I feel like this zone is going to be a bit hard to break out of. So realistically, we are aiming for this zone right now, 62,500. There is a lot of liquidity there. 65,200, 65,400 is a very, very hot zone right now. Very hot zone right now. This could be a good attempt to come even higher, to be honest. This could be a good attempt to come even higher. Okay, we are doing okay on that trade there. What's this? Athena. I'm not gonna lie, I actually only knew about Athena from like what, 20, Well, this year, this year, 2026. You have TikTok, other platforms live? No, I don't. Head and Shoulders. What time frame are you thinking? Nah. Yeah, what time frame? What time frame? I mean, it's a massive fair value gap there, look at that. Another one here. Cup and handle. Kind of. Cup, handle. I mean, yeah, we do have a cup and handle there, to be fair. But I don't know. Okay. That could be a very good cup and handle there. cleared that zone now. That's that supply zone. We might come back in and go very bullish from there. We'll see what reaction we get at this top side though, from here. If we get a rejection, then, well, we'll most likely see a move all the way back down to this zone here. Yeah, if we get rejected, then I'm expecting the price to come back down to this zone here. Right there. Maybe even lower, so like here somewhere. So around here. And then we try again. But if not, and we get a break through that level, so we get a big break, and then we retest, and then go bullish, we could see that happening. Yeah, Athena's not seeing it. Athena's not seeing the upside, honestly. Right, where are we at for gold? Still bullish, still very bullish. Still very bullish. Equestrian, what the hell is that? Horse rider. Yeah, they just didn't load. It didn't want to load today. $473 million Binance lawsuit targets cards. Lawsuit targets card top-ups. Red.pay pitch to investors. Uh-oh. I actually use Red.pay as well. Alright, let's have a look. Binance wants 473 million over card top-ups. It says were never allowed. Red.pay pitched those same Binance top-ups to investors in 2024 materials. Its user base doubled to 6 million while the Binance channel stayed open. So what happened? Binance affiliated companies are suing Red.pay's 3 co-founders for 472.8 million. They see users topped up Red.pay cards with money from Binance accounts, which the two firms had agreed to keep apart. Red.pay pitched the same top-up feature to investors in 2024. Binance says it was never allowed. The top-ups Red.pay showed its investors. Bloomberg reviewed Red.pay's 2024 Series A pitch materials. They named the Binance tie-up as a way to accelerate user adoption. The deck flagged direct deposits to Red.pay card from Binance Pay. Binance now calls the practice banned on its petition. So this was today. Holy moly. The major recent lawsuit involving Binance was its defamation case against the Wall Street Journal and Dow Jones, not against Without Pay. Crazy. See, look at that. Bitcoin just broke out again. Bitcoin just broke out again. Right, guys, we have come back into that supply zone. We have come back into that supply zone. Yeah, we did have that cup handle. We can see we have some support there, some resistance. And yeah, afterwards, you can see we pumped. We come back in now for, we have a 1 minute fair value gap there though, you can see. Let's have a look in the 5 minute time frame. Not really. We do have one there in the 5 minute though. Let's have a look maybe 3 minutes as well. No. We do have one there, you can see. Like there and there. We've completely cleared it though. We're still up on our Athena trade though. We're still yet to see the upside though. I don't think we've even seen TP1 yet. Oh no, Athena's hit TP2. Could we come out of that position? What do you guys think? Right guys, gonna leave that set up there for you and I will be back very, very shortly.
harshness, no harshness, light to build to create good. And round adore you, Lord, for brightness.
Right guys, where are we at? Where are we at? I feel like we are going to push now though. Not bad at all. 546 in profit on Athena. Crazy. And we're still pushing. Crazy stuff. Very nice. I'm impressed. TP2. Wow, look at that. $705 in profit. That is crazy. Crazy. 710, we're still pushing. Has Bitcoin finally broken? Nope, not yet. Not just yet. We're still waiting for that break. So we're still just waiting currently for some kind of movement. Right. Looks like we've failed right now to surpass that high. We'll have a look at liquidity. Could have realistically ended, not ended, but come out of that position there, but price has swept these highs. We've still got all these highs to go, but we'll see if we can maybe continue to push through them. We could adjust stop loss to right there, 9251. That is obviously going to minimize our risk, and if market does shift now for that downside, we will still be in a pretty nice profit regardless. So we'll see. I mean, if we can continue pushing even higher, then yeah, that would be good. DXY is still pushing for the downside. Yesterday we had a nice move on this level, you can see. Broke it and then continued. So realistically, gold should be even more bullish now. No, it's not moving the same. Bearish, and then gold is also bearish right now. If we break these lows, we could potentially come within a level of around here, maybe. Right there somewhere. We do have a 1 minute fair value gap there though. And a 5 minute. We could retest that. We could definitely retest that. I mean, we're already getting some rejection. So there's going to be a lot of resistance. So you can see the rejection we got. Obviously, buyers stepped in aggressively here, kept pushing again. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to obviously get closed on that trade there, but we'll see if we can still manage to push even higher. Right, we did get some more signals just then. ENA TP3. I mean, profit is profit. Profit is profit. End of the day, we'll still make some pretty good profit on that trade. We'll wait for some more, signals if we do get them, and then we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Just got wicked out. Yeah, back into that supply zone. Big drop there though. Gold bearish, DXY bearish, crypto bullish. I mean, gold and DXY are currently bearish. Oh, not anymore. Just had a push. Just had a push, and therefore we've seen Bitcoin drop, Ethereum drop, but then gold is somehow still following DXY, I believe. Let's have a look on gold. Yeah, I mean, we are respecting this 5 minute fair value gap very nicely actually. So you can see here again, and now here again. We could maybe come to like the mid range and then continue, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, look at that selling volume. It started to drop here though, you can see, kind of in this area here. When we had this little bit of a bullish move, you can see selling volume was dropping. Now it seems to have gained momentum. See, one, two, three blocks there, 1, 2, and then this one here as well. Yeah, look at that. We are heavily oversold as well. Well, this is at 0. This indicator's at 0 and this one's at 8. We'll see what reaction we get from here. If we completely destroy this order block, we could potentially start to come to these lows around here, and then we'll see what we get from there. I mean, for all we know, we could even get a retest of that 4-hour fair value gap. But then again, already we've got an hourly fair value gap. We'll see what reaction we get. This candle has got like 12 minutes left. We could have a very big 1 hour fair value gap there though. So from like the I mean, this fair value gap could still close, and it could obviously not be there if price decides to move back into this zone, and then we continue. But it's still valid for now. But yeah, like I said, if price does seem to, you know, push even below 1 hour Bitcoin stay on FEG. Yeah, we've got a big one there. Yeah, but look at the size of it. I don't even think it's valid anymore. Yeah, look at it. We've been wicked out from here. I mean, the biggest one we've got is here, though. That's the only valid one I can see for now. And prices ever since this 1 hour fair value gap, price has been very bullish. Price has been very bullish. Got 7 minutes. So 68k. I don't know. 68k sounds a bit crazy. 68k sounds a bit crazy. Yeah, we're broken below those lows now. Let's see where gold is. Yeah, you can see that fair value gap might not be valid anymore. We've got a big move there for the downside. Could maybe it's not valid anymore. We'll see. Yeah, you can see that drop. I mean, if price manages to get back within that zone of around here, then we could be seeing much more of a bullish move. But for now, I don't know. Volume is slightly dropping though. Volume is slightly dropping. Okay. Right, looking at extremely bullish Wales, mid is bullish, retail neutral. Right, I mean we are kind of dropping right now. We'll just have a look at some news for now. See what we've got going on. Today only Bitcoin, the honest money, 1% off to celebrate aerospace 6. 50 knackers drained 130 million in Bitcoin. That's crazy. Further pumping coming. Not too much, honestly, not too much right now. Not too much right now. For now, we do actually have a pretty hot zone for that level that we mentioned earlier on. Of 65.3k. 65.3k is where we looked upon earlier on. We'll have a look at Bitcoin dominance as well. Right, you can see Bitcoin dominance yesterday, 58%, 10% for Ethereum, 31% for others. That would probably be like everything else that we have crypto-wise. Fear and greed. Yearly high and low, February 6th, 2026, extreme fear minus, that's down to a 5. We are getting better on the fear and greed scale. Yearly high, August 14, 2025, that was last year. August 2025. Yeah, that was here. So when prices were at an all-time high, 120k plus, 120k plus, that's when the fear indicator was at its kind of highest point. Sorry, lowest. Well, lowest in terms, but highest in kind of scale-wise, as you can see. So it was at 68. It was just greed. So obviously when we get to kind of below, let's say 50, we get to fear. And if we are positive, we get to greed. Say if it was obviously a lot higher, we could see extreme greed. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. Ooh, big drop for DXY. Even bigger drop for gold. Yeah, so I don't think this hourly fair value gap is going to be valid now. Now that price has left, dropped significantly into that area. You can see we're pricing in possible 1 hour fair value gap there from that movement. You can see, so we had the price kind of up here, and it's just dropped. There's no way we can get like that price movement from 4 to 3.3 all the way back up to above 50, so we can kind of pretty much get rid of that whole movement there. And that 5 minute fair value gap, also we'll get rid of that because it's no longer valid. Yeah, you can see a pretty big drop right now. We are currently below slightly this low. I mean, ever since we've been making higher lows, you see, all the lows seem to be higher. We did slightly come bearish here, and then we started shifting again. So this could be the area where we start shifting for the upside. We've broken that neckline there, you can see. Broken that level. Yeah, looks like we have. Well, actually we haven't yet. Price hasn't obviously closed below. We could see it close below. There we go. So now there is a possibility we do continue even lower than that. Now that we've broke this neckline, as you can see. So we could be attempting to come for these lows, maybe come within this area here. What level was that again? We actually did come pretty crazy high, like 2660 or something. Sorry, 4260. 4260. Yeah, this is the volume area where I would expect price to start falling from. There is liquidity here, quite a lot of it as well. Oh look, we just got two indicators, long entry. Should we try it? We could try it. Let's have a look. XAU. Let's just full port it. That. That's just based off of that indicator. I just want to see if it works. I want to see if it works or not. Where are we dropping stop loss? Let's go here somewhere. TP will go for 300 maybe. Oh my, don't tell me I've actually come in for that position on the wrong indicator. Yep. Fantastic. Alright, let me get rid of them, see if maybe we've got the same thing as Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin? No, we need the indicators. I mean, long entry was here, so I mean, we have got that supply, some kind of zone here though. We could have come in for Bitcoin, to be fair. Look at that. That was the signal there, and we already are bullish. Got a demand zone as well. Bitcoin 1 hour adjacent triangle. I think I've already got it marked out there. It's a pretty big zone though, you can see that zone there. I don't know, but then I don't know, that doesn't line up too nicely. I feel like we lined up a lot better from here though. Still no. Not as nicely as I want it to. That's pretty good there. Yeah, I mean we came from that downside, upside, adjacent triangle like you said. I'd most probably call that a rising flag pattern, but everyone's got their own kind of what's the word? Explanation on what they see. Right, let's redo that bottom one as well. Maybe like so. One, two, three, four. Okay. I mean, from that point on, I'd expect price to see that zone, see that supply zone hit. Make a line, form LA low. Form LA low? What? Bitcoin 4 candle. I mean, we're still bearish on that 4-hour time frame. From all. Make a line from all low. You mean from all, like, you wanna see a line from all-time low, or what? I don't get it. I don't get what you're saying. Not really liking that resistance level though. Support's not bad, support's okay, but that resistance is like kind of ass. I mean, that looks better, even though those are the lows. I mean, it looks better there. There we go. We got a long there for gold. We should be bullish. There we go. You can see we slightly dipped into that zone. I mean, the indicator's working so far. Like, look at that. We got the indicator. We got the indication here, and that's it. We're bullish. Look, right there, and then we're bullish. We have some kind of zone forming there. Looks like a demand zone, maybe. Looks like it right now. Okay. An ascending triangle is a bullish chart pattern, technical analysis defined by horizontal upper resistance line and rising low support level. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. Horizontal upper resistance line. Alright, okay. I mean, it could be either. It could be either slanted, it could be kind of bullish. Obviously, they can't be bullish together. That would pretty much be a support and resistance level. Normally, what we see is obviously price move. Then we see the pattern. It could even be like so, where we see that move there, like that. And then we have the break. We also sometimes see bullish movement, and then we also get kind of a expansion zone like this. Price gets wider, and then eventually we explode. Or we can get a compression zone where price moves. We have a move where we obviously start coming like so, and then we get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then boom. So it's like slanted that way and slanted this way. We have obviously compression from there. Okay, we draw an arrow from there and then here, and then buys from here and here and here, making higher lows. But then obviously on the upside it's lower highs. So overall we get compression from both sides, and then eventually we break out of that structure. Now as for Bitcoin right now, I'm not really seeing it. Normally I see it when like it's clearly visible, but when I don't see it, I don't know, it's usually not there. I mean, we kind of have this, like that move here, but then again, it's a bit sloppy. You can see how many times we have that level, like, well, it's not really respected. As you can see, we've got a break for structure here again. I wouldn't count these are still valid, and then here as well. Like the price comes outside of that level very, you know, dramatically, to be honest. Right, let me just have another look on that. You mean like so? Obviously we have that resistance there, but then you'd say a horizontal line. I mean, I would drop it right there. Like I would drop it right there if I were to come in for that. That's exactly where I dropped that level. That's where I'd see it. That's horizontal up. I mean, we can't really get a flat line on this on the resistance level. You see, there's not really much going on. Like we can't have any movement. Obviously, we came from, like, I don't know, this candle. We don't really have anything going across. Or this candle, nothing across. This candle as well, nothing across. This candle, nothing. And then these two have some movement here, but then again, it's not much. I don't know, I'm not seeing it, I'm not gonna lie. It does look like it's expanding, to be fair. It does look like it's expanding. Right, okay. Right, now we'll wait for the reaction we get from this upper area. Check online, this triangle is different. Let me check. Well, I mean, pretty much what I'm seeing is we see the move from the downside towards the upside. We have the pattern, and then eventually we will continue like so. So let me just try and have a little look on what kind of pattern we have going on, and then we'll have a look. I mean, what I'm seeing right now, honestly, is exactly what we've got. The price is compressing between those levels. So realistically, you guys can see as well, like we've got all these higher highs. Higher highs, you can see higher high, another higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, and again higher high. So realistically, all we have is higher highs, but then for the lows, we don't really have much action in the lower area. So realistically, all we kind of have is this level here where price is just moving into. Obviously, you can see as price obviously continues to move in this direction, it expands, it gets bigger, like you see here. Small movement, expansion. I'm expecting like this, and then we break out. I mean, I don't know, from here we could get some movement like this. I mean, I'd say maybe like that, but then, I don't know. I mean, there is this is the part I'm kind of trying to price in. We have expanding candles, like the price is getting, you know, wider and wider. Look at that. Like, we have the move, we're getting expanded movement here. And this is the supply zone as well. I mean, actually, this level right now does look pretty strong. It does look pretty strong. Like, look how many confirmations we've got. We went based over this candle. This candle confirms the level. Fake out. More candles supporting the level. 1, 2, nearly third one there. And yeah, we seem to be compressing actually. I'm not sure if this is what you meant, but this is just what I'm seeing if I, you know, widen this whole level out. And then as for the lows, we have some kind of support there. We could make it a little bit wider, say if we go for like these lows maybe. Like obviously, I know you guys, you know, do the market yourselves. Like you guys obviously analyze yourselves. So I'm not going to be, you know, cocky and stuff and say, oh no, like, oh, this is not right and stuff. Like I want to actually know what you guys are seeing, you know, understand what your point of view is, and then yeah, I mean, we just share ideas together. It's like I feel like that's the best way to go about it, really. When everyone kind of comes in and gives their own, you know, ideas and stuff, I feel like it's great to have everyone getting involved. But I'm not gonna go like, oh no, you're wrong, like this is not right. No, of course not. I mean, if this is what you're saying, this looks very good. I mean, this looks very good. We do have a bit of a fake out here though, but I wouldn't really take this candle into consideration as it is. I mean, it looks like a fake out to me, and it just looks like one of those what they're called, paranormal candles. So this to me looks like a paranormal candle, judging by the fact that we've got such a small body and we have a massive wick. I'd say the same for this one maybe as well. We do have them come across like very well, I wouldn't say very often, I would say every now and then. For example, this one, look at that massive wick. So we could see price coming there and just exploding. There we go. Yes, gold is doing very nicely. Ha ha ha. I see what you. I was kind of like looking at it from like a smaller like space, but you obviously zoomed out of it, and it does look a lot better when you kind of, you know, expand it a little bit more. But yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying on that. So we do have a pretty nice level there, look at that, very nice. So what we're expecting to see would be a move from that level of resistance back down to the support, and then maybe we then get the breakout. So you can see at every single time we've attempted to come even higher, you can see multiple rejections on that level. So we've got rejection here, here as well, in this whole area, and then we'll most likely get some rejection unless buyers can attempt to obviously push even higher. We could dip back into this zone of well, it would realistically be here. So we could dip back into this zone whilst also respecting that level. So pretty much a touch upon that level there, and then we push. That would be pretty cool to see. That would be pretty cool to see. Alright, okay. Teamwork, let's go. Of course. Yeah, it's good that obviously everyone shares ideas, points of view. What they see that someone else might not see. It's definitely great to, you know, overall just understand where another person is coming from, because, well, when you are trading within the market, there is a lot of things you can actually miss out. You know, that just kind of slips by your mind and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely nice to see you guys joining in and yeah, giving me something, you know, what you guys think. It's all kind of a big learning process. It's a big learning process for everyone. We'll see if Bitcoin can obviously break through that level. Maybe it can. Maybe it can. Right, let's have a look in a tighter time frame. Look how nicely it's moving in that level. Yeah, wow, looks good that. Look at that. I mean, earlier on, like I said, when we had that kind of drawn in, it didn't look too nice, but you can see it is compressing. We have the lows and highs getting lower and lower. You can see there. And then we had a bit of a fake out here. So yeah, we are doing pretty nice. But we are pushing against that level now. And then look at that long entry signal, it's right on that support level. Right on the support level. And then I'm expecting now maybe a push. Maybe a push. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Oh, gold, let's go. Gold's doing nicely for us. Gold is doing very nicely for us right now. United States partners with China and Russia to combat fentanyl trafficking, cyber fraud and child exploitation. I'm not even going to say anything on that. Fentanyl. Yeah, in America everyone's like, I'm not going to say everyone, but all them crackheads are like, they love it. They love that fentanyl stuff. But apparently it's like one of the most dangerous narcotics there is. So like, I was watching this video of a comparison of how much it takes to overdose on a certain substance. And then it was obviously everyone. And then when it came to the fentanyl one, it was like a microscopic, I won't say microscopic, but it was like a super, super small amount. And it's actually crazy to think, obviously this, what's the right word? This chemical, this compound is actually used in pharmaceutical products as well, in like hospitals and stuff. And I believe it does fall into the same like family or category as heroin does as well. So it is pretty crazy to see how small of an amount can literally kill someone. So yeah, I was actually pretty shocked to see like how small of an amount it does take to finish someone. So yeah, I mean it's a crazy thing to get hooked on that bad stuff, but but I think them types of like hardcore narcotics, they've got about a 90 to 90% withdrawal rate, which is insane. So obviously, if you take it once, you're probably going to be hooked on it for the rest of your life, or until something really bad happens to you. And I feel like the worst part of that addiction whole illness is the fact that you destroy everything within, like, I don't know, yourself, your family. For example, you'd be, obviously you're young, you're just living life, you grow up, you're in your 20s or something, you maybe fall into the wrong crowd, and then you get hooked on the stuff, then you start, I don't know, selling items around the house just to get that new high. For example, I don't know, your jewelry, your watches, your shoes, your microwave, just everything to get onto that next buzz. Used to go to school with, they actually used to do stuff like that, and it's pretty sad to kind of hear that person you went to school with is now like fallen into this big hole, and yeah, it's not a good thing for someone to happen, but it does happen. And yeah, there's no chance in hell I'm ever touching that stuff. Fuck that, no way. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. But yeah, there was obviously like a big kind of drug epidemic in America, where it's very available. And now kind of every country experiences at least some kind of problem with immigration. And well, immigration is a big problem between all countries. It does create a lot of conflict, violence as well, just on regular people who, I don't know, are walking down the street at, I don't know, late at night or even in the daytime. all this violence and stuff. It's not good. It's not good. All right, what we got news-wise? Have we got anything else? Gold is pushing. Gold is pushing. I mean, Bitcoin's not seeing too much movement. Bitcoin's not seeing too much movement at all. Spot gold prices surge above $4,200 an ounce, hitting the highest level since June 22nd. Precious metals continue to gain momentum amid mounting inflation and uncertainty. Yeah, but why though? Why? On Friday, we posted this below analysis for our premium members. As gold fell to 4K, we shift increasingly bullish and call for 4,200 plus. Today, the setup is deep green. Okay. I'm wondering why. Wait there. I was typing in why is silver worth a lot less than gold, and that kind of made sense when I thought about it myself anyway. So gold is gold is a lot more scarce than silver is. Obviously, you don't find gold in every other place, but silver is more abundant. You can find it pretty much kind of everywhere. I won't say everywhere, but it's more available than obviously gold is. A lot more available. It's cheaper, and that's pretty much kind of it. Silver is actually used in quite a lot of things. So the biggest factor is obviously like I said, gold is rarer. It's a rarer earth metal, therefore it costs more. So around 210,000 tons of gold have actually been mined throughout history, and then silver has well over 1.7 million tons. So there's simply much more silver than gold, and gold is the ultimate store of value. So central banks own thousands of tons of gold. United States, Germany, Italy, France, China, Russia, and hold gold as part of their national reserves. So no central bank holds significant silver reserves. So this creates an enormous long-term demand for gold that silver doesn't have. Obviously, there's more silver. If there was a lot less silver, then there would be a price increase for silver. But gold is, well, it's a lot more scarce and therefore rarer and costly. A lot more costly. Silver is heavily used in industry. Silver is most electrically conductive metal on Earth. Oh my, that's actually crazy. Silver's most conductive metal on Earth. I didn't even know that. I thought it was copper. Most silver isn't mined from dedicated silver mines. Around 70% of silver production comes as a byproduct of mining copper, lead, zinc, and gold. So silver is more conductive than copper. Silver is the most electrically conductive metal on Earth. silver has a relative conductivity of 106% IACS highest. And then copper is 100, gold is 70% IACS, and aluminium is 61. IACS is the International Annealed Copper Standard, where copper is defined as 100%. Silver is around 100% more expensive than copper, and the difference is only 5 to 6% more conductive than copper. So copper isn't much cheaper. Copper is much cheaper, durable, and easy to manufacture into cables. And that's why we see house wiring, power grids, electric motors, EV wiring, and data cables. So there isn't actually such a significant, increase in the conductivity of silver and copper, but it does obviously make a massive shift in price, obviously from silver to copper. I mean, imagine in your house, instead of obviously copper wiring around your whole house, and obviously your sockets, everything that runs through your house is, instead of copper, it's silver. That would cost a lot of money. I think about all the meters of cable that runs through your house, and then instead of copper, we choose silver. That would be a pretty heavy bill. That would be a pretty heavy bill to pay. But good thing we don't have. I don't know if you guys maybe want to do silver wiring in your house, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. We're still waiting for that, obviously, that move on Bitcoin, but yeah, we'll see. Right, guys, our session is coming to an end. So we will obviously have a look at tomorrow, what we've had price-wise, see what's happened and so on. But for now, we are still kind of waiting for Bitcoin to break outside this level, and yeah, we might obviously consolidate until nighttime when we get the Asia Open. But yeah, definitely tune in to tomorrow's session. Check that link out down below. That will take you to Everdex. And yeah, obviously I appreciate every single one of you for watching, joining, commenting, and kind of getting involved. So I'd like to see more of that. That would be very, very nice. So yeah, obviously I'll show you guys tomorrow how we went with these trading results. So yeah, with that in mind, I'll see you all in tomorrow's live trading session.